Let's fucking go.
Welcome to the Comedy Movie Show. My name is Deshaun. Today I'm here to talk about the Thunderbolts trailer, or the Thunderbolts reel they did. I don't know what they call it. I don't think they call it trailer 2. Hold on. I'm just making sure what they called it, because they didn't call it like the Thunderbolts trailer 2. They just called it, what do they call it? Thunderbolt trailer? Yeah, official special trailer. Okay, official special trailer, special look trailer. I forget, Marvel does that sometimes. They have these special look trailers. Whatever. Either way, now we don't learn too much new from this trailer. But the big thing this trailer was really getting over, which is something that we kind of figured, is the dynamic between the team and how the dynamic is gonna be. And also they kind of officially made it like, no, Bucky is a part of this team. It seems like Bucky is gonna be sent to bring them to Val. Like, we don't really know what Bucky's relationship is with Val right now. We don't know what his relationship is with the government. We still don't quite know certain things about the whole Bucky of it all. But the vibe you get from the trailer is that these 4 or 5, Walker, Yelena, let me see, Taskmaster, Ghost, and Yelena, Taskmaster, Walker, and Ghost are all sent in to kill Bob. We know who Bob is, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody who doesn't know who Bob is. But if you're curious, just look up The Century. Now, that's a big secret thing behind the movie, but regardless, they're all sent in, and then seemingly they were sent in to be killed. Obviously, they escape, and clearly at a certain point, Elena calls her father for backup. Because the way it seems like is, Red Guardian isn't supposed to be here. It's like, because the way that Val talks about him and the way other people talk about him, it's like, oh, he's not supposed to be here. Because like, even she's like, Val's just like, who are you? Because Val looks at all the other people, which, by the way, they do confirm that building is Avengers Tower. They bought it. Val bought Avengers Tower. It seems like she really is trying to recruit her own version of the Avengers, as I think it is. We don't know if that scene with her talking to them is at the end of the movie or the middle of the movie. We really don't know. But we knew what kind of movie this was going to be about. These are all people who got shit in their... It's different than the Suicide Squad, because the Suicide Squad are villains. The Suicide Squad are villains who find out they're not quite as bad as they think. Who fight something even worse than them and find out they're not quite as bad as they thought they were. It's like, it's like if you're a fucking, like, you're a drug dealer. You're a drug dealer, you fucking killed this guy in a shootout, and then you all of a sudden you go in an area and there's vampires eating people. You're like, well, I might be bad, but I'm not eating people. So, it's like, that's the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad they're actual bad people who have done bad things, who are villains. They did their bad shit on purpose. There ain't no excuse for the bad shit they did. They just found out, oh, I'm bad, but I'm not that bad. I'm not as bad as that guy. It's like, yeah, maybe I'm not as bad as I thought I was. Like, that's Suicide Squad. These guys are all people who, one way or another, been manipulated, been fucked with. Some, literally. I mean, between Yelena and Taskmaster, they've been fucked with. Ghost, kind of been fucked with, too. Not her choice that she's... Like I said, the story behind Ghost and Ant-Man and the Wasp is still one of the most underrated ones, in my opinion. Just sad. She's one of the more justifiable villains. How would you live your life if every day you felt your body breaking down on a molecular level and you felt every inch of it? So basically, she feels her body being torn apart every day and put back together. Yeah, that would drive you a little bit fucking murderous, too. I can't quite blame her for being like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to stop this from happening. So, the Ghost story, Ghost, and it wasn't even her fault, just some shit went wrong with an experiment. And she wasn't even in it, she just happened to be close by. So, all these people, John Walker, obviously, the serum, the pressure, the way he was treated by American government in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they've all, Bucky, obviously, fucking Red Guardian, they've all are people who have been manipulated, who have been used, abused. they've done bad things, but they're not bad people. Like, they're actually not bad people. They've done bad things, but they've done them for the right reasons. They're all anti-heroes, is the thing. The Suicide Squad are straight villains, and one or two of them realize they're not as bad as they think. These are all anti-heroes. These are all people who have been damaged and find something with one another. Very similar to that of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Very much similar to that of damaged people coming together. Which isn't surprising, because if you listened to me before, James Gunn, originally, when he came in to pitch an idea for Marvel back in the day, it was for the Thunderbolts. They had no intentions of doing the Thunderbolts, but they gave him the idea of doing it with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the rest is history. But his original idea, so you gotta picture it in your brain, was the Thunderbolts were gonna be his Guardians of the Galaxy team. We're gonna have the same dynamics that his Guardians of the Galaxy team has. So you can kind of see it right here. These aren't bad people. These are people who are damaged. These are people who've been through the ringer. The difference too is we've actually got to see this. Like, this is what happens when you have a complete cinematic universe. You get the benefit of doing shit like this. People can go back and actually visibly see the damage that was done to these people, so that when the movie comes out, you're like, you already get it. You ain't gotta go into it. They already set it out. They already put it on the table for you. You're like, okay, this is what happened to this character. This is what happened to that character. They don't even have to go into it. Especially with Yelena, because she was, just in a movie, just like a freaking not even that long ago. She was just in Hawkeye. But the rest of them, like, obviously with Bucky and whatnot, you just saw that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So they haven't really revealed the villain yet. That is interesting. Like, I'm curious if it's gonna be Bob. It might be. If it is, I don't know how they're gonna pull that off. That's been one of the big concerns from a lot of people, is if Bob, aka the Sentry, really is the villain. He's a superhero-like threat. I mean, he's Superman-like threat. So I don't know how they're supposed to beat him. That's another problem for another day. Like I say, they still haven't really given you any more details about it, except to show you the dynamic between the team, the dynamic between, obviously, the funny conversations between Red Guardian and fucking Bucky, two Soviet super soldiers. And one of them chose it, the other one was forced, but still, them just having this conversation about their super soldier serum, because of course fucking Alexei, aka Red Guardian, would be like, hey man, so how's your serum, bro? My serum is fucking Soviet made, brother. Like, man, you got that shit from Hydra, bro. Like, so that's gonna be a fun dynamic. I mean, there's 3 super soldiers on this team, actually, so that's gonna be interesting to see, especially if Steve Rogers turns out to actually be alive. But yeah, this trailer really was just to set up dynamic. Didn't really reveal too much. More on the dynamic interplay between the teams. More John Walker getting shit for how he fucking went fucking nuts in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I see what they're doing here. This project in particular, this one and Fantastic Four are the two I have the most faith in, because one, you just have heard nothing but good things about this project behind the scenes. There hasn't been any drama. There hasn't been any smoke. It's been nothing but good things. And in fact, while it's like this project has pretty much been the opposite of Brave New World. Brave New World, there's nothing but smoke behind the scenes. We don't know if it's great or good. We see trailers and we're like, well, it looks fucking good. But this one's been the opposite. They ain't been nothing but good vibes. They ain't been nothing but people talking about how much they loved it. Ain't been nothing but Dave Harbour just gushing about how much fun and how great of a time he had making the movie. So I wish the movie nothing but the best. Thank you guys for joining the Conquer Movie Show. Please like and subscribe and comment below and let me know. Did you love the trailer? What did you take away from the trailer? Did you like the dynamic? I really think I'm going to love the Bucky and Red Guardian dynamic. That is going to be funny. That is going to be funny. Anyways, thank you guys again. See you on the next one. Goodbye.